20 wedding day details to include in your detail box for your photographer on your wedding day. That's what I'm talking about in today's video, because I feel like that this is something that brides really need help figuring out all the things that they should put into their box. So if you need help with that, stick around to this end of this video to hear about all the things that you should include in your wedding detail box for your photographer on your wedding day. Let me start off by saying that I think it is so vitally important that you put all of your details, like everything for the guys, everything for the girls, like everything in a box or bag so you can literally hand it to your wedding photographer on the day of your wedding. This will save me probably about 5 to 10 minutes of time of me trying to round everything up to start photographing your details. And sometimes that 10 minutes of time can affect me, getting more epic detail photos for you. This will save you time and energy on your wedding day, knowing that all your special details are all prepared in one place the night before your wedding. Like, you can literally do this, get it all prepared the night before your wedding. That way you just bring it to your venue, have it in the bridal getting ready room, and then when I show up, I gather those things from you that are in that box or in that bag, and then I can start. So I really highly recommend putting it in a box or bag and then having it just ready to go for me to get there and start photographing everything for you on your wedding day. So now we're gonna go through the list of the 20 things, and it's actually 22. I have 2 bonus items today. 22 things that you can put in this box or bag, things you consider putting in there for me to photograph on your day. Number 1 is your invitation suite. And this is really important because I feel like this is like kind of the focal point of your details. So it is super important that I have at least like an invitation from you. And if it does have a front and back, definitely include 2 invitations within that box or bag so that I can photograph both the back and the front like at the same time on like in the flat lay, in the photograph. Other things that you could include in the invitation suite would be so first of all, there's invitation, then there's your RSVP card if you have that. You can have a details card. You could also have like a program like for your ceremony. You can have a menu card, and then also you can have like a registry card. Some people have like Target, Amazon, or whatever registry card that they've sent out with their wedding invitation. So whatever paper pieces you have, include every single one of those. One that oftentimes gets missed is definitely the menu, because people just think, oh, you could just photograph it at the reception because they're all gonna be laid out. But I really need at least one menu card in that box or bag at the beginning of the day to complete your like paper flat lay. That's like the paper piece flat lay, and it looks so lovely. And I'll put up a few, that way you can like see like examples of like what this could look like, if you put everything together and have everything ready for me. So that is number 1 that you should include. Number 2 is you need your 3 rings plus boxes. Now sometimes I do actually bring my own ring boxes to photograph your day. I will get ring boxes that like match your wedding day colors, things like that. But I also like just like you having your boxes there. It's also like you need a place to put your rings, so might as well include the boxes. So I need your engagement ring, and then I need both your wedding bands. And if like sometimes brides have like multiple wedding bands, like I need everything. Just put it all there, have it all there ready for me to go so I can photograph them. Number 3 is your bridal shoes. I want to have your bridal shoes because I can make really pretty like flower artsy like bridal shoe photos, and that's super fun to do. I'll pop one up for you to see. After bridal shoes, you definitely need to include any jewelry you'll be wearing. So it could be earrings, necklaces, really like anything like a bracelet, anything jewelry wise, like hair pieces, although I think that's next. Number 5 is hair pieces. So jewelry and hair pieces, you want to include all of that in your detail bag. That's very, very important. And then you also want to include, number 6 is perfume and cologne. You want to provide your special perfume bottles and your cologne bottle that you'll be wearing on your wedding day to have as a memory in those detail photos. It really helps to like elevate the photos, and it just looks so good, and I'll show you some examples of that. Thank you so much for watching this video today. My name is Jennifer Cook, and my husband and I, we are wedding photographers serving both Tennessee and Virginia. We serve detail-oriented and joyful brides who desire a celebratory wedding day and a forever family legacy. That's what we love working with. That's what our brides really connect with and love, and so that's what we love to do for our brides. And so if you like this video, if this has been helpful to you and you want more wedding day tips, then please like this video and also subscribe to our channel to see more content from us about wedding day preparation stuff specifically for brides. And now we'll get back to our list of 22 wedding day details to include in your wedding box for your photographer. Number 7 is veil. If you are choosing to have a veil on your wedding day, which I love it when my brides have like epic long flowy veils, they are the absolute best. Definitely include your veil. It's give or take whether or not I'll use it for detail photos, but sometimes it can be like a really nice background type of thing. So definitely include that so that I have that to use if I want to use that. Number 8 is your wedding dress. We definitely want to photograph your wedding dress. We think that's really, really important because it's obviously a very important detail of your day. So we're gonna probably try to photograph your wedding dress like outside somewhere or in the venue somewhere. So definitely have that available ready, although you're not gonna be able to fit that in the bag or the box. So just have it hanging somewhere that I can grab it. Number 9 is something blue, old or borrowed. Put in the bag, put in the box, you know, whatever you have, just put it in there and I'm just gonna see what I can use. Number 10 is the groom shoes. This is so important. I really think it's important to say that you need to have all the groom details with you. That way I don't have to go find the groom, because sometimes I get to the wedding date and the groom isn't even there and like he has all of his stuff with him, and then like I can't do any groom flat lays, which I really like to do something for them. Like my brides like seeing them both. It's kind of fun. Like sometimes like the guy stuff is more rustic versus the girl stuff is more like elegant and bright. I really need you to have everything there with you at the bridal suite so that I can start and get everything done at the beginning of the day that I need to. So definitely have the groom shoes there. Like he can wear another pair of shoes to the venue. In fact, he probably will. Honestly, get all the details from him the night before after the rehearsal dinner and it'll be wonderful. Number 11 is loose blooms from your florist. These make for such like stunning detail photos when you can like put little loose blooms around places. So definitely talk to your florist and ask, you know, them if they can provide some loose blooms from you on your wedding day. That way I can like cut the flowers like off the stems, put them around. I'll show some photos. That way you can kind of get an idea what I can do. That just, it helps to elevate your detail photos and just, it's fun to look at and it's fun to do. Number 12 is a watch. You want to make sure, again, like this goes back to, you want to make sure that you have all the groom details with you. So make sure you have the watch that your groom is going to wear on your wedding day. And that way I can photograph it because there are some really cool photos of watches that we could get too. Number 13 is belts. If you can get his belt, then that can be a really good thing to photograph on a wedding day. There's ways I can like just like artfully lay things that look really cool and a belt can like help with that. Number 14 is bow tie. Again, just another detail that we like to photograph. Number 15 is special socks. Sometimes guys have like these hilarious special socks and sometimes we like to include them like photograph. Like we don't include them all of them because they can sometimes look just so goofy, but guys love goofy stuff, so we want to like do something with it, but I won't have it in like every single photo, just like 1 or 2 normally. And then number 16 is your bouquet. So we need your bouquet. So this means that you need to have your florist make sure that your flowers are delivered soon enough in the day. So when I arrive to do detail photos, like I have your bouquet and your loose blooms and even like your corsages and boutonnieres. Like I need all of those things just so I have options to do whatever I want with. Normally I'm not going to use every single little thing, but if I have more things to work with, then I can do a lot more faster in a short period of time. So definitely have your bouquet, because one thing I like to do is put the rings like in the bouquet, and that makes for like a really beautiful shot. So that's something that we want to do for you, but we can't do that if we don't have the bouquet when we're doing detail time. Number 17 is personal vow books. This is so fun because I love just like artfully laying like your vow books together in a way that's like, you know, like you two coming together, sealing the deal, you know, saying all your vows. I just think that's a really pretty like photo to take on your wedding day as a part of your detail time. Number 18 is boutonnieres and corsages. We kind of already talked about this, but it's so important that these are ready and just available to me, you know, especially if you've asked for a specific photo. Like I have one bride coming up that really just wanted a photo of like all the boutonnieres together. So we're gonna do that. And I can't do that if they're not ready and like there for me. So I need all your boutonnieres and corsages to be like there ready for me to photograph. Number 19 is cufflinks. So this is like, you know, the groom's cufflinks. It's just kind of another little artsy thing to put in their flat lay. So have that paired and ready. Number 20 is garter. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of people aren't doing garters anymore, but if you have one and you want to include it, you may. And that's what I'm gonna say about that. Number 21, our bonus one. So any special gifts. So like any special gifts you're giving to anyone, like mainly like gifts between like, you know, you and your fiance, you could like include that, although it could be anything, but just any special gifts that are included in your day, you could include that. And then number 22 is also a bonus, and that is if you have a reception dress and you want that photographed. Now, oftentimes we prioritize a wedding dress over the reception dress. If you have it, we want to at least know about it, and we're going to at least talk about whether or not you want it photographed or not, you know, and normally that's during our final timeline call. We talk about certain things like that. Although sometimes brides have like a surprise reception dress that they don't want their fiance knowing about. If that's the case, make sure to like email me about that separately. That way I don't like say anything that would spoil anything, obviously. Thankfully, I've never spoiled anything. It's always been fine. Those are just like a few examples of details that we would do on your wedding day. I'm going to be honest, like I'm probably not going to photograph every single one of these details on your wedding day because you're probably not going to bring every single one of these. But this is just a pretty like all-inclusive list of everything that you could potentially bring with you to your wedding day day to be photographed. So I just wanted to compile a list of all these things to help you. If you would like an easy downloadable version of this list, you can actually go into the description of this video and grab the downloadable version of this 22 wedding details to have on your wedding day to give to your photographer. That way, as you're planning for this, you can literally just go through and like check them off or something like that if you want to do that. So we've done this for you to just help you prepare for that part of your wedding day in a really seamless, easy way. So go grab that free download for you to help you as you plan your wonderful wedding day. And if you need to know how to pick the right wedding photographer for your special day, I've created a video talking about all the different reasons I think you should consider when hiring your perfect wedding photographer. So go check that out right there.